Payday Loans, Broussard, Louisiana. Get payday loan concerns addressed here. They believe of the best way to have some dollars before getting paid for when one hears about payday loans. Nevertheless, there is more you need to know about payday loans just before getting one. You will be about to get information and facts which will show to be very beneficial when acquiring a financial loan. Perform a little research about the business you're taking a look at obtaining a loan from. Don't you need to take the initial business the truth is on television? Be sure to devote sufficient time researching the firms, especially check their ranking using the BBB and look at any online critiques on them. The best organization will protect your credit score. Check around before taking out a payday loan in order to prevent excessive fees. There could be many businesses in your neighborhood that provide payday loans, and some of the firms may possibly provide better interest levels than others. You may be able to spend less when it is time for you to repay the financing by checking out close to. Generally, go through each of the conditions and terms linked to a payday loan. Determine each and every reason for rate of interest, what each possible cost is, and exactly how very much each one of these is. It is simple of these circumstances to snowball more than a number of paychecks, even though you want an urgent situation bridge loan to help you from your existing situations back to on your feet. Take into account shopping on the web to get a payday loan if you have to take one particular route. There are various websites that provide them. Should you need one, you are presently restricted on money. Why then spend fuel driving close to looking for the one that is wide open? You have the choice of performing it all out of your workplace. The most important idea when getting a cash advance is always to only obtain what you can repay. Rates of interest with payday cash loans are much higher, and if you take out over you may shell out from the due date, you may be paying out a good deal in fascination service fees. Be sure to can quickly pay back money you use. When the total amount you need is higher than what you can pay back in the specified day, it is far better to check out other avenues. Paycheck Financial Institution can get you funds rapidly should the need arise. Nevertheless, if you request a manager at the payday loan company, make certain they are actually a supervisor. Paycheck lenders, like other businesses, often just have one more colleague arrive over as a refreshing experience to sleek more than a condition. Ask should they have the power to create in the preliminary worker. These are both not much of a manager or supervisors. They do not possess very much energy. If not, specifically looking for an administrator is usually a much better thought. If you wish to use the services of a payday advance business, only do this inside the most intense unexpected emergency or situation. Understand that it's essential that you are very careful to never get kept in a routine of employing them. Your powerful salary will likely be below standard, along with the loan provider may possibly try to entice you to take out new loans. A single element that ought to be of importance for your needs when it comes to your payday loan provider is if they are accredited by the state. Every single express has various laws and regulations into position that lenders should stick to, hence the financial loan is legal. You have to choose a loan company which can work in your state. Payday loans must simply be deemed in case you have no other credit alternatives. Payday loan companies cost very high. Curiosity. Just before acquiring a payday loan, check out your alternatives. When you are self-hired, you could possibly be unable to obtain a payday loan. Many payday loan organizations usually do not examine self-work like a dependable income source and may even turn down your ask for. Choose an organization which can take into account on your own work as cash flow. Go on a payday advance only if you want to cover specific costs quickly. This will generally incorporate expenses or health-related costs. Usually do not get into the habit of smoking of getting online payday loans. The high rates of interest could actually impact your money around the long term, and you have to discover ways to stay with a budget as opposed to borrowing money. When you fall short to repay your payday loan, you may well be brought to series. This may substantially hurt your credit ranking, getting you within a bad placement. It is crucial your bank has the money to pay for the debt after it is expected. Always know which express your payday loan company is headquartered in. Diverse says have diverse laws about lending methods. It is far from unheard of for unscrupulous loan companies to sort out of claims or nations around the world that shortage stringent regulating lending options. After you establish their state of starting point, examine the lending legal guidelines of this authority. The best advice you will get about payday loans is you must not use that kind of financial loan unless, of course, completely necessary. Some unexpected circumstance may possibly come up before you could pay for it and make a far more challenging scenario, even though it is relatively simple to acquire a cash advance just by putting your signature on your business. Be sure that you check around for the payday loan for those who have time. Every single payday advance supplier could have an alternative fascination payment and price framework with regard to their payday loans. To get the most affordable payday loan you should spend some time to compare lending options from different service providers. Prior to applying for a payday loan, be sure you will be able to cover its rear following the loan word comes to an end. Generally, the borrowed funds phrase can conclusion right after no more than 14 days. Payday loans are simply for those who can pay them back again swiftly. Ensure you will be getting compensated at some point soon before you apply. To summarize, economic matters can occasionally demand they be dealt with in a critical way. For this kind of situations, a brief bank loan may be needed, such as a payday loan. Simply keep in mind the payday advance tips from earlier in the following paragraphs to obtain a cash advance for your requirements. Payday loans Broussard, Louisiana. Payday loans Englewood.